LazyBots, for smart people.
Hi all, welcome to another episode of Power Automate Learning Series. In the last video, we have learned some basic Excel operations in Power Automate. Today, we are going to cover some advanced Excel operations using Power Automate. In this video also, we are going to use the same Excel used in the previous session, so we can continue the flow. And I have just moved this to one side so we can see the actions in real time. And we know that for performing any operations related to Excel, we need an Excel instance. For that, I'm going to use attach to running Excel action and attaching the current existing Excel. So here the file is test.xlsx. Since it is open, we can get that from the drop down. I just selected that and change the variable name so we can identify easily. I'm changing it as test excel and click on save. Now we have an Excel instance with name test excel. So next action we are going to use is get active Excel worksheet. So in this case, we are just passing the Excel instance only, and as an output, we will get sheet name and the sheet index. So we can use any of these for future operations. If we run the board now, we will get the sheet name as sheet 1 and the sheet index as 1. So let's start and see. Yeah, we got the sheet name as sheet 1 and the sheet index as 1. That is working fine. So if we need to check the new sheet status, run that with the new sheet activated. Yes, we can see those values also. That's all about get active Excel worksheet action. Now we can delete that and move to next action, which is rename Excel worksheet. So using this, we are going to rename the Excel worksheet. So just pass the Excel instance and we have two choices here for renaming using name or index. Here I am proceeding with the name and passing the sheet name as sheet 1 and the new name which we need to be used. So I'm just putting as first sheet and just click on start. So now we have seen that the sheet name is changed to first sheet, and you can check the working if we use the index also. Next, I am going to use index instead of name. So I will change that in the drop down and giving sheet index as 2 and the sheet name as second sheet. So we can change the name of second sheet. If we run that, we can see that the new sheet is renamed as second sheet. That's all about rename Excel worksheet. Just delete that and go to next action, that is get all Excel sheets. So I'm just going to select an action, and in this we have to pass the Excel instance only, and the output will be a list of sheet names. Just starting that, and in the variables section we can see that the sheet names listed, those are first sheet and second sheet. So that's all about that get all Excel sheet action. We can delete that. Next action we need to check is delete Excel worksheet. So I am just selecting that, now passing the Excel instance. Next option is in which condition we need to delete. We can use name or index for deleting. I chose index 2 and started. Now the second sheet is deleted. That is regarding delete Excel sheet. We can delete that action now. The next action we need to check is activate cell in an Excel sheet. So in this also we are passing the Excel instance. Then we have two choices here. We can activate the cell by a specific address or related to some cell address. If we now choose absolutely specified cell, then we have to pass a column name and row number. And in case of relatively specified cell, we have to select a direction. That means in which direction the cells will be counted and the offset value. That is how many cells will be counted to that direction. So here I am proceeding with absolute specified cell. So I'm just giving column as C and row number as 11. That's it. Now we can't find any changes in the Excel because those cells are selected, but there is no operations are done. So for that, for demonstrating the change, we are going to write some value to that corresponding cell, which is the active cell. So I just choose write to a server sheet action and then some values. So after running the bot will write the value in the active cell. Yes, run. Yes, and we can see that the bot is activated the cell C11 and write the value up in there. That is regarding the activate cell in Excel worksheet. Next action is select cells in an Excel worksheet. For that, I have selected the select cells in Excel worksheet, then pass the Excel instance. Then here we have two options, same as in the previous activities, absolute and relative paths. And if we choose relatively specific cell, then we have to provide a direction and offset for both x and y axes. Then only we can identify a corresponding row and column. Here I am giving two offset for direction left and two offset for direction y. That is, here I am choosing below, then the action will be done two cells below the currently active cell. Now we can click on save and check what will happen. Then start the bot so that we can see the output in the Excel. Just click on the Excel and see the selected cells highlighted. Similarly, if I select some other column and started the bot, it will run, and if we click the Excel, we can see another set of cells got selected. We can try with one more another cell, and I have selected C13 and started run. If I click on Excel, we can see a set of cells are selected. That's all about select cells in an Excel worksheet. Next, we can check copy paste of cells. So I am starting with copying cells from Excel worksheet. I have passed the Excel instance. Then we have three copy methods. First one is single cell, then from a range of cells, from a selection. So here I am choosing values from selection, and I am going to select two cells, that is B5 and B6, and let's run the board. Now we can see any output here because those cells are stored in the clipboard of this machine. So what I am going to do is, for showing that output, I will just paste the copied cells to a specific location. So here I am going to provide a cell address which is near to H20. So I have selected H as column and row as 20 and click on save, then run. So if you run the bot, it will copy those two names and paste on S20. Yes, now we can see that those things are copied and pasted into S20. That's all about copy paste cells, and let's delete those actions and move to next. Next actions are insert rows, insert columns and delete columns. For that, what I'm going to do first is I will select insert rows action and then pass the Excel instance, then row indexes 3. So this will insert a new row on row number 3. Yes, you can see that the new row is created on the location 3. And this same row can be deleted using delete rows action. So I'm going to select delete row action. For that, just select the delete row action and provide the row index. Here I am going to give the same index 3, so that can be deleted. Just click on run. Now we can see that the row is deleted. That's all about deleting and insertion of rows. Next, we can check how to insert and delete columns. For that, I'm going to select insert column to an Excel worksheet. Similar to the previous action, we can provide an index of the column, and if we run the bot, it will create a column on the specified location. And same for the delete action. If we provide the index of the column, the bot will delete the corresponding column on that index. Yes, we have seen that the bot is inserted and deleted the columns there. That's all about insert and deletion of columns and rows. Next action is run Excel macro. This is a very useful action available in Power Automate. For that, I have selected run Excel macro action. Here we need to input an Excel instance and a macro name. As we all know, for running macro, the Excel file must be supported with macros. So I am just opening a macro with a macro enabled. I am enabling the macro contents, and I will show you the macro available in this Excel. So for that, I am going to navigate to view, then macros, and view macros. Here we can see a macro named set message. Click on edit, and this macro is for selecting the D2 and write message success, then select and fill the success message till D2 to D6. That's the working of this macro, and we have to note the macro name here. This one is passed to macro action. So I just copied the macro name and then close this window. Next one is we have to attach the macro enabled Excel to our automate. So since it is opened, we can select that from the drop down, then click on save and note the extension .xlsm, that is Excel with macro enabled. Next, I have selected run Excel macro action, then pass the Excel instance and pasted the macro name, and I have clicked on save, then started the bot. Now we can see that the success message is filled with the help of macro. Actually, macros are very useful feature in Excel. We can save so much time using this macro. Instead of iterating on these records and updating one by one, we can use this macro to update at once. And if you need a separate video on macros, please comment it and I will get that for you. And that's all about advanced Excel activities. In the coming video, we can learn how to use Excel as a database and perform query operations on that. And don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you. See you in the next video.